Hi friends, today we're going to make this wonderful copper amber earrings. They're easy to make, you don't need to solder anything, so let's get into it. For this project I'm using 18 gauge and 20 gauge copper wire, 3 mm golden beads and some freeform amber beads. Mine are around 0.5 to 0.8 centimeters in size. I prefer to round the ends of the wire before we start. At first we make a loop with the smallest segment of the bail making pliers. Then we make a second loop directly beneath it using the next larger segment of the pliers. Don't make the loop perfectly round, stop a bit before to achieve a drop-shaped element. Then we make another loop with the plier's smallest segment beneath it. I find it quite hard to explain how to do the different loops because I'm doing them intuitively. I'd actually say try and find out what works best for you, and I let the visual speak for itself. The only thing that is important here is to follow the same wire directions, because it will result in an even and flat piece afterwards. If you make a loop and the wire should come out over the piece instead of under, it will get more wobbly and uneven. After finishing the last loop, flush cut the end of the wire and round it with the manual or electric wire rounding tool. You can come in with round nose pliers to wiggle your piece into symmetry. So this is our first oriental element. Let's make a second one and repeat the whole process. there they are, the two elements for our earrings. You can leave them like they are, which also looks nice, but I prefer to hammer them flat on my small anvil. Don't hammer too much or too thin, because that will lead to more brittle metal, making it prone to break. Let's make the dangling spiral now. For this, I cut 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches of my 20 gauge wire. We need, of course, 2 strands. I start with the tiny loop with the tip of my round nose pliers and then form a dense spiral around it. After 3 rounds, I bend the residual wire upwards so that the kink is parallel to where I started the spiral. I also like to hammer the spiral flat, but only the spiral, not the wire. Time to insert our beads. I use 1 amber bead surrounded by 2 golden beads. Then I form a loop at the end of the element. Attach it to our big oriental elements we made before. Let's secure it with 2 wraps. So here are the nearly finished earrings, but we still need to attach hooks to them. To make the hooks, I cut 2 strands of 4.5 cm 20 gauge wire. We round the ends again that they come smoothly into our ears. I start by making a loop at each piece of wire. To make the hooks symmetrical, I take both wires and hold them firmly parallel to each other. Then I form the hook with the biggest segment of my pliers. I wrap them again around the next smaller segment of the pliers. I bend the ends slightly and then cut them to the exact same length. Of course, we round the ends. After turning the loops of the ear hooks, we can finally attach the lovely elements we made before. You can leave the earrings with a slightly matte finish or polish them. I polished them here with the nail polishing file. And that's it. Here's the final result. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Please leave a like, a comment and subscribe for more. Thank you for your support and see you next time on Akoni Tune.